Natalie, where are you? Hey, I'm at the venue, but nobody's here. I asked one of the staff who said your wedding was yesterday. I rechecked the invitation. It says the right place and date. What's going on? Hey, answer me. Sorry, I just landed at the airport. At the airport? Why are you there? Isn't today your wedding? My bad. I totally forgot to update you about the changes. What changes? So, yeah, the original plan was to have the wedding today, but something urgent came up. We shifted the date to yesterday. I told the other guests, but, I kind of forgot about you. What the heck? So, where are you now? I'm in the Bahamas. Bahamas? Enjoying my honeymoon with my darling. I'm really sorry. You took the day off for this and wasted time. Well, might as well make the most of it. Maybe hit up a nearby national park or do some random sightseeing on your way back. It might feel lonely to hit the hiking trails solo, though. You did it on purpose, didn't you? Huh? It seems like you didn't contact only me. Oops, I'm busted. I knew it. Seriously? Poor you. Not even a heads up from mom and dad about the change. I have no expectations of them. They've always favored you over me. Guess they don't think of me as their daughter. I haven't really had a proper chat with them for years. That's probably 'cause you're not as sweet as me, don't you think? Sure, you're good at studying and working, but you should put effort into being more lovable. I wanted to be loved by them when I was young. But no matter how hard I tried, it felt futile. I gave up on that. They only had eyes for you. Getting out of the house as soon as I could and living alone was the best decision. It's pretty sad, huh? I know you're a nuisance to the family. I pleaded with my boss during the busiest times at work to get time off and celebrate with you. It all went to waste, thanks to you. Seriously, this is a crazy, mean stunt you pulled here. Mean? On the other hand, it's done out of my kindness, Kindness? I chose not to invite you to the wedding for your sake. What do you mean for my sake? I thought if you came, you might have gone crazy out of the shock. Me? Going crazy? I don't get it at all. Just tell me the real reason, please. Do you even realize who I married? Nope, never met him. That's impossible. It's someone you know well. Who? I actually married your fiancé. What? Too bad. I stole him from you. He thought I was a better choice. What on earth are you talking about? Fiancé? Oh, please. No need to try saving your face. Haven't you lost touch with him lately? You got dumped because he chose me instead. He thinks a younger, more beautiful sister is better than a plain older woman in her 30s. I'm telling you, I don't have a fiancé. The name on the invitation you sent me, I don't recognize it at all. Actually, I changed the groom's name only on your invitation. What? Well, I didn't want you to figure out that he was marrying me, so I kept it secret until the last minute to surprise you. Wow, that's just ridiculous. You went to the extent of altering the groom's name just to mess with me. But then I felt bad for you. I suddenly changed the wedding date so you couldn't make it. You wouldn't want to see him all cozy with me, right? See, I'm so considerate, ain't I? Not really. And again, I don't have a fiancé. Come on, just accept reality. He's now with me. Yeah, sure. I don't know what fantasy world you're living in, but I'm done discussing this. I'll just go sightseeing or something on my way back. By the way, what's the real name of the groom? Come on, you know already. Just spit it out. Okay, Owen Connor. Wait, that Owen? See, he's your fiancé, right? He's younger than you and super good looking like a model. It's such a waste on a plain older woman like you. Even mom and dad say he suits me better. Oh, really? I see. So, now that you know his name, is reality sinking in yet? Yeah, I guess I'm starting to figure it out a bit. Listen, I don't want to be too negative right after your wedding, but maybe reconsider your marriage. What are you talking about now? Trying to split us up won't work, you know. We're madly in love. Yeah, you might be now, but it's gonna be a huge problem later. Wait, are you threatening to sue us or something? No, that's not what I meant. I actually don't care. No suing between sisters. He says he prefers me, so just let it go. No, that's not what I'm trying to tell you. I get that losing him hurts, but no matter how much you protest, it won't change his feelings. I want you to gracefully accept it, be a big-hearted sister, and bless our marriage. No, listen to my side of the story. I don't want to hear a lecture from a jealousy-crazed woman. If you start demanding we break up or threaten to sue, it'll ruin our honeymoon. Well then, I'll bring you a souvenir from the Bahamas, okay? Catch you later. Wait, Natalie. Suit yourself. Don't come crying to me later. Hey, Diana. Just got back from the honeymoon. I'll swing by with my love to pass you the souvenir, so look forward to that. When are you usually home? How about Sunday? Hey, Diana. Don't tell me you're still upset. Ignoring me on purpose, huh? Well, I guess losing your fiancé to your little sister can be a shock. You'll probably spend your life just working and feeling lonely. But I'll make up for it by being double happy for you. So forgive me, okay? Diana! For God's sake, answer the phone! You're annoying this early in the morning? What's up? Early? It's past 8 a.m. It's my day off, and I want to sleep in. This can't wait. What is it? I don't know what to do. So, tell me, what happened? A strange woman called me. Okay, and? She yelled at me, threatening to turn my life into a living nightmare. I've never met, let alone heard of this woman. Why do I have to be threatened by a stranger? This is why I told you to reconsider the marriage the other day. What do you mean? I don't get it. Owen was your fiancé, right? Nope. I told you I didn't have one. Liar. I know you used to be in a relationship with him. Indeed, that was a time when he was my fiancé. We've long split. Technically, he's my ex-fiancé. Ex? Yeah, I got fed up with him and called off the engagement. What happened? He cheated on me. While we were engaged, he was dating another woman. At that time, I was already getting tired of his cheating habits, so I decided to just let him go. Plus, he was making less money than me. No way! You never told me you guys broke up. Mom and Dad also thought he was your fiancé, you know. Why would I bother to tell you guys? Mom and Dad were never interested in my marriage anyway. When I got engaged to Owen, they seemed not to care at all. As for you, we never got along, right? We don't even keep in touch often. That's why I didn't think I needed to tell you guys about our breakup. Jeez! Sounds like he messed up again this time too. He made promises to marry someone else while being engaged to you. Was I being two-timed? Uh-huh. What a jerk! Why did he even say he wanted to marry me if he was already engaged to someone else? What on earth are you talking about? Come on, you're not any different. You thought he was engaged to me and still married him. I thought it would be fine since it was you. I thought you'd understand and forgive me. Well, too bad. His real fiancée must be furious by now. Wait, do you know her? Of course I do. He was cheating on me with her while we were engaged. By the way, she's the same age as me. Oh my God. So then he was talking about her when he mentioned a 30-something old lady. Pretty rude calling a 32-year-old an old lady, don't you think? So how did she find out about us getting married? Don't tell me you snitched. I considered spilling the beans, but it looks like that wasn't necessary. What do you mean? Turns out, someone at your wedding posted pictures on social media. She found out that way. Ugh! God damn it! I thought I stole your fiancé, but you were already broken up. And now I'm being threatened by a woman I don't even know? I'm afraid to ask, but did you pick him because he was my fiancé? Obviously! I always wanted to be on top compared to you. I'm better looking and loved by mom and dad. You getting ahead of me was unacceptable. Plus, he's a total hottie. It's outrageous to see a plain woman like you getting such a good-looking guy. That's just unbelievable. So you didn't marry him out of love? If I knew the truth, I wouldn't have married him. He's hot, but he doesn't even have a job. Huh? Jobless? When did he stop working? Just recently, thinking he'd eventually inherit the company Dad's running. But Dad just turned 60. He's not planning to retire anytime soon, right? I thought the same and stopped him. He said he managed to marry the daughter of a business owner, so he didn't want to hustle now. He plans to stay at my parents' house and do random part-time jobs until he takes over the company. So he's already handed in his resignation. Oh, wow. He's pretty optimistic even though he's not sure if that would happen. But hey, he chose you, right? It'd be best if you guys just gracefully apologize to the other woman and move on happily. Then, can you lend me some money? For what? I think it's better to pay her off, but I don't have that kind of money. We just had the wedding and splurged on the honeymoon. Both of us are flat broke now. And as I said, he no longer has any income. Then you go and work hard. It's impossible with just my salary. You're single and holding a high position at the big company. You must have some financial flexibility. Even if I had the means, I'm not willing to lend a single penny. Why do I have to bail you guys out? Come on, I'll definitely pay you back. No way. Figure it out yourselves. Stingy? Fine. I won't rely on you anymore. I don't consider you family anyway. Listen, Diana, I can't do this anymore. Oh, Natalie, what's up all of a sudden? Haven't heard from you in a while. I'm broke and I can't make ends meet. Oh no, that's rough. You're saying it like it's someone else's problem. Aren't you worried about your little sister? We're family, so help me out. Wait, what? You're the one who said you don't see me as family. And didn't you also say you wouldn't rely on me? Forget all that. Owen's still unemployed. My salary is all gone paying the debts. If this continues, we might end up homeless. But you guys live at our parents' place. Even if you're poor, you won't be without a home, right? That's the thing. We might have to sell the house. What? Dad's business went under. Oh dear. Well, I knew it wasn't doing well for a while. It finally went bankrupt, huh? Owen's disappointed about not becoming the CEO of a company. Lately, he hasn't even been going to his part-time job. When he married you, he thought he'd inherit the business. Guess he was aiming for the high life, but it seems he didn't check the state properly. You know what he said? He married me not because he loved me, but because Dad was the CEO. Yeah, I'm sure. Even when we were engaged, he was after the company. But you married him thinking he was my fiancé, right? I don't think you can blame him entirely. Anyway, I have a favor to ask. What? If it's about money, I'm not lending any. No, it's not about money. Can we move in with you? What the heck? I mean, you live alone in that big apartment, right? Since there are plenty of rooms, it shouldn't be a big deal if the entire family moves in. I'm not sure. Actually, you should be happy about having us with you. I'm sure it's more fun to have us around than living in solitude. I'll help with the chores, so let's live together. That's not possible. Why not? I know you're lonely. You don't need to put on a strong face, you know. I'm not alone, but two of us now. Two of you. I didn't tell you guys, but I'm planning to get married soon. You're kidding! You're getting married? Yeah. You said you didn't have a fiancé. That was over half a year ago. Right after you got married, I started seeing the CEO of one of our company's business partners. The CEO? Well, his company isn't that big though. He's 5 years older than me and he understands I'm not close with my family. He's okay with not having a wedding and simply getting it done at the city hall. So we're living in my apartment together now. Wow! You're marrying a CEO! I plan to keep working though. He's good at housework and initiates it. He's my ideal husband. What about us then? How will we live if we lose the house? That's not my concern. You guys should figure something out together. Totally unfair. It's all about you, always being unfair. Excuse me? I'm stuck with an unemployed husband and parents who are about to lose their house. Yet here you are, marrying a CEO and being happy? That's so unfair. Well, that's the consequence of your actions. You're so cold to your family. You all have been neglecting me all this time. Asking for help and pretending to be a family all of a sudden is just audacious. Please, I'll apologize for everything. Let us move in with you. And please give us some money. I'm telling you, I don't want to. Well, bye. Wait! Please, I'm begging you, help! My parents ended up selling the house, and 4 of them moved into a small apartment. They believed it was the kids' duty to take care of their aging parents and didn't try to work. Owen lost all motivation to work after not becoming a CEO. In the end, only Natalie could support the family. As a result, the 4 of them ended up living in extreme poverty. Living like that makes people bitter, I guess. They're blaming each other, saying, "It's your fault we ended up in such a miserable situation." Meanwhile, I recently got married and we're having a blast in our newlywed life. We're currently residing in an apartment, but planning to build our own home soon. We've been excitedly brainstorming the layout and all. Unfortunately, there aren't any good memories from the home I grew up in. But my in-laws love me as if I were their daughter. I want to cherish this new family from now on.
Hey, Rose, what's up with being out until this late? What are you thinking? Remember I mentioned it this morning. There's a dinner meeting with clients, so I'd be late. I'm not just out having fun. Yeah, right. Are you trying to fool me with such an obvious lie? It's not a lie. Seriously, you're just a parasite living off my family, yet you don't even bother to cook dinner and stay out until late. Who do you think you are? As punishment, bring me some fancy bottles of wine. Punishment? Yep. Even though you're as thick-headed as they come, you're still my brother's wife. Mom and I reluctantly accepted you into our home, you know. But you don't even fulfill the basic duty of making dinner as a wife. On top of that, lying and staying out late. You're practically a freeloader. Someone like that deserves to be punished. I didn't choose to live with you guys, you know. I actually wanted to live alone with Brad. That's an excuse. Since you can't stand on your own 2 feet, you're living off Mom and Dad's pension, you lazy bum. I am working. You're the one who's not. It's okay to fail at job hunting, but you've given up finding a job altogether. You spend all day eating snacks at home, right? Isn't that the definition of a freeloader? Ugh, you piss me off. I'm telling Mom. Go ahead, do as you wish.
Rose, I heard everything from Faye. Don't you think that was a bit rude?
You mean her?
No, not her. You were rude. But you don't have to answer. I got it from your response. You're despicable. I ended up making dinner because you bailed. Making your mother-in-law do housework? What a terrible in-law you are.
I have a job and social commitments at work, so sometimes I come home late and can't cook dinner every day. We talked about this when we decided to live together, right?
No matter what, as a wife, shouldn't you strive to be back home by dinner time for the family's sake? Even George and Brad complain if it's not your cooking.
That's because your cooking is awful.
Hush! Stop insulting me and Faye. Have you forgotten that you're basically living off us in this house?
Living off you? I pay rent, don't I? I also contribute to groceries and utilities.
So what?
Excuse me?
You're able to live with us only with our permission. Don't act all high and mighty about paying rent when you're only paying half. And then not even doing housework and gallivanting around till midnight. Who do you imagine yourself to be? We don't need a freeloader who neglects housework.
Say that to Faye then. Isn't she the real freeloader? She doesn't pay rent or anything and relies entirely on you and George.
She's different.
How?
She's my daughter. On the other hand, you married my son, so we've been accommodating you as part of the family. Essentially, you're a stranger with no blood relation to us. We welcomed you into our family and let you live with us. You should be grateful and show some respect. I can't believe you don't understand such common sense. I shouldn't have allowed Brad to marry a low-income high school grad like you.
Is that low-income high school grad a comment also from Faye? It seems mother and daughter share the same vocabulary when they insult people.
Ugh.
Wow, that reaction is the same.
Ugh, what a mistake. Letting someone who's not blood-related live in our house and then she turns around and returns evil for good. I'll make you regret insulting us. Even if you cry and beg on your knees, I won't forgive you.
No problem. Good luck with that. Hey, Rose. So are you gonna be late coming home again today? Yeah. Work's crazy right now, so I'll be coming back close to midnight for a while. Why do you ask? Oh, nothing. And just so you know, we're ordering pizza for dinner. We'll hit you up for the bill later. What the heck? Oh, and don't assume that we're ordering for you too. Go get your own food, okay? Alright then, good luck with work. Faye? Or Anna, it doesn't matter which one. What on earth is this about? Oh, you're back, huh? Isn't it fabulous? The sight of your belongings scattered in the yard.
That shattered mirror of the wardrobe. It made such a lovely sound.
It really did. You're a parasite, but you had all that expensive stuff. It really got on my nerves. It felt amazing smashing everything.
So it was you two who messed up my stuff.
Obviously. We discussed it and decided together. We don't need a useless low-income high school grad like you in our house.
We wanted to get rid of you ASAP, you know. Oh, by the way, the receipt for the pizza delivery is in the dresser drawer. Send a check to us later. We had a belly full of fancy pizza like white truffle oil. I'm not sure if the poor and incompetent low-income person can afford it.
I've been wondering for a while now. What basis do you have for calling me a low-income high school grad? Basis? You said it yourself, didn't you? That you started working right after high school and had a low income.
I heard it too. Didn't you say that when we met the first time? Since then I've thought, what a dim-witted and useless girl.
A poor soul earning a measly 25K a year. Stay away, you poverty deity. Huh? 25K is my monthly income. What? When I met you guys, I did mention I started working as a high school grad, but neither of you heard the rest of my story, did you? What are you talking about? Firstly, I have a bachelor's degree. Really? I attended college as a part-time student while working to earn my degree. At my first job, my income was lower compared to others, but after getting my degree, I changed jobs. I've been fortunate and now I'm a vice president. As I mentioned earlier, I'm entrusted to do a job that earns me a monthly salary of 25K.
25,000 a month. You're well off. Oh no, maybe we shouldn't have kicked her out.
Mom, don't believe a word she says. This is obviously a lie. This is just the pathetic barking of a loser, left without a place to go after being kicked out of our home. Who's the one without a place to go? What do you mean? Haven't you realized who actually got abandoned here?
What are you talking about?
Were you so focused on wrecking my things that you didn't notice anything? Are George and Brad at home? What? Wait, their shoes are gone.
Check their room. Their stuff's gone too. No car either. What's going on?
They've left you both.
What do you mean?
No way. Why should we be left behind? You're the one who should disappear from this house. You acting all high and mighty for someone who's not even related by blood.
That's right. You were able to live here thanks to us.
I never wanted to move in with you guys, but George and Brad pleaded with me. They asked me for help to get away from you guys. Faye, who wastes money like water despite being unemployed, and Anna, who spoils her and doesn't even take care of the house. Financially and domestically, things were a mess. They asked for help to escape that situation while living together. What? On the day they decided to execute that plan, you two wreak havoc. Quite the coincidence, I must say. This can't be. Dad and Brad left us?
That's a lie.
I'm dead serious. I can't reach Brad on the phone.
George is not answering either. Don't worry, Faye. It's late, so they're probably sleeping.
Yeah, you're right. They'll come back tomorrow for sure. They're wide awake and are next to me right now. We're having a celebration party for cutting ties with you idiots. We opened amazing wine. They're with you?
Tell us the location.
Absolutely not. We're done with you guys. Obviously, we won't be paying rent or any living expenses. George will contact you soon through a lawyer for divorce proceedings. Neither I nor Brad will ever have anything to do with you guys. It's just you two living together from now on. That's impossible. Neither of us is working, you know. Mom has a small pension, but that's about it. It's impossible to live on that. Why don't you find a job then? Impossible. I'm not cut out for work. Then I guess Anna has to work.
I can't. I'm 66 this year, you know.
There are plenty of people who work at that age.
It's impossible. I've never worked before. I got married right after graduating from school.
Oh, so that's why you defended the jobless Faye so much. You've never worked either.
What's wrong with that? I've been a dedicated homemaker.
But you're terrible at cooking and chores. Since I moved in, you've practically pushed all of that onto me.
It's not normal for a daughter-in-law to take care of the family.
Well, let's drop that conversation. Figure out what to do next between the two of you. I don't need the things I left behind. Feel free to break or sell them. I'll give you the proceeds of a sale. Consider it my final act of kindness.
We shouldn't have broken things then. The expensive-looking dresser is in pieces now. You wanted to break it, Faye.
What? It's my fault? You were the one who suggested throwing stuff out the window.
But it was you who actually threw it. I'm too old to lift heavy things.
You told me to do it. Blaming me for everything is just plain awful.
I'm not blaming you, but let's face it, this mess is because of you. Because you confidently said Rose was a low-income high school graduate. I believed you.
You're at fault too, Mom. Why are you pointing the finger at me? I can't believe it.
If you had been working, this wouldn't have happened.
If you had been doing the housework properly, this wouldn't have happened. You guys can argue all you want. I'll excuse myself. Apparently, the finger pointing between the mother and daughter continued until the early hours. When the divorce went through, they finally felt the heat, so they decided to start working. They sold off some furniture, used that money as a capital, and found part-time jobs, but their first ever employment was a disaster. They got fired and ended up borrowing money just to cover living expenses. And get this, Faye tried to send her mother to the other side for insurance money by putting bleach in her juice. But of course, she got busted and it turned into a big fight. They even tried robbing a bank together but got caught immediately and arrested. They're currently reflecting together behind bars.
Hey, can I ask you something? Why is the door locked?
Why? It's obvious. Because I'm working.
You work remotely. You're working, but you don't have to lock the door.
Because I work from home, I'll lock the door from the time I go to work to the time I leave.
Are you going to stay in your room the entire time?
Of course, I'm going to lock myself in. If I leave the door open, the kids will come in and make noise.
There isn't much choice, is there? Since the kindergarten and elementary school are closed.
The kids may be off, but I have work.
I understand that, but you don't have to lock yourself in.
I'm the one who's supposed to be working, and the kids are the ones who are screaming. You should teach them not to disturb their father's work.
The kids are stressed out from being home all the time. We've 4 boys, so we have to put up with a little bit of noise.
I don't care about that.
You don't care?
Keep the kids quiet while I'm working. That's your job.
My job?
You got fired from your part-time job anyway. It's a good timing.
I didn't get fired because I have kids, but it's because of this situation.
I don't care what the circumstances were. If you were capable, you wouldn't have been fired. That proves you're incompetent. You're a deadbeat, useless to society, so at least be a little useful at home.
What? Don't you think that's a bit mean?
It's true. Anyway, I'm the one working and earning the money. You're the one who has to do the housework and childcare.
Of course, I know that, and I'm doing it. But can't you watch the kids at least a bit?
I can't. I'm at work. Hey, do something.
What?
It's the kids. They've been making noise for a while now.
That's how they always are.
Always? Make them be quiet.
I can't. 4 boys won't be quiet.
They were quiet earlier.
Yeah, they were having a snack.
Then give them more snacks. They'll be quiet if they eat.
You can't make them eat all day.
Well, anything then. Just shut them up. It's too loud. I can't work.
I'm trying to, but it's no use. They're locked up and shut in, so you'll just have to put up with it.
How can you put up with this noise? This is why people with little ability are useless.
What do you mean useless?
A person with no skill can only do housework and take care of children. But you can't even do that. You're so incompetent, it's appalling.
Huh? Hey, what's with you this morning? You're so horrible, calling someone incompetent and useless.
I'm just telling you the truth. You're not working. Miss Johnson is a woman, but she's raising a family and working at the same time.
Miss Johnson? You mean Mary?
Yeah, she's your colleague.
Mary has 1 child, right? I kept working when I had my first. I did my best with the second one too, working shorter hours, but the 3rd time was twins, so I gave up work.
So?
So?
You could have kept your job if you were capable. Working while raising children is a natural thing for a woman to do. You can't do the natural stuff. You have to admit that you're not capable of doing anything.
But the project that your department is working on now is a project for a system I proposed before I quit.
It just happened to go through by chance.
By chance? I could have kept my job too if I had remote work.
How could you? You can't even keep your kids quiet. You're a loser who can't even work. Don't talk back to me. If you can't make money, shut up and do the housework. I don't care how incompetent you are. I'll at least have you take care of the kids.
Hey, work hours are over. Can't you just finally unlock the door?
I'm still working overtime.
Huh? What are you talking about? Take a bath with the kids.
I can't. I'm at work.
How long are you going to work?
I don't know. Maybe until the kids go to bed. Come and call me when all 4 of them are asleep.
Don't be stupid.
I'm not usually around this time of night.
Don't tell me you're home late on purpose.
Whatever.
Hey, you're the father of these kids, aren't you?
Yeah, that's right. That's why I work for them. I'm letting you eat with the money I earn. I'm working for you, deadbeat. You should be thanking me.
I'm grateful, but...
Then don't be so bitchy. You don't earn a penny as a housewife. You bathe them. It suits since you wouldn't be able to earn anything, even if you go and work. I'm at work, you know.
Does that mean that if I have an income too, you will take care of the childcare and housework too?
Well, yeah, but if you were making as much money as I do, instead of just part-time, I'd be doing the housework and childcare too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but incompetent you would never be able to do that. Hey, unlock the door.
I can't. I'm working.
Huh? What are you talking about? There's no way you have a job.
I fixed the program you are in charge of.
Huh?
I got in touch with Mary yesterday. She said it's a remote job, so she doesn't care who does the work, as long as we get the results.
What?
Well, Mary said that. I'm better suited for this job because it was originally my idea.
What do you mean?
It means that Miss Johnson has entrusted me with the project that you are in charge of.
What?
It seems you've been stuck on the program for a long time. How could you miss such a simple thing? Maybe that's why you were working overtime. I was able to fix it in about 10 minutes.
Without talking to me?
Mary told me that lately you have been having trouble concentrating and getting your work done, and you've been skipping daytime work and working overtime. And since the project was originally designed for women, she wanted me, who proposed the idea, to be in charge of it. So I called her and she was happy to give me the job.
What are you talking about?
She told me that if the remote work had been introduced earlier, I wouldn't have had to quit my job to raise my children.
It's too late for that.
And now, she's asking me if I want to come back to work because I can continue to work remotely from now on.
That's enough. What about the housework and childcare?
Why don't you do it, Henry? You said if I made as much money as you do, you'd take care of the housework and childcare, right?
What are you talking about? I have a job.
So I took over that job for you. Now, you don't have any work to do and I make more money than you. Do you get it?
Don't be stupid.
One who is capable should do the job, right? I'll work in place of you for a week until the current system is set up.
There's no way the company would approve such a thing.
That's the thing. The president has given me permission too. He said that remote work will reduce the number of women leaving the company.
The president?
It was approved as a test case. It seems that the company was in trouble because a lot of talented female employees quit the company due to childbirth and childcare.
Oh no, I don't agree with this.
They said you can take a week's maternity leave, Henry.
This is too one-sided.
The president has mailed you about it, so why don't you check it out? Well, I've got work to do.
Hey, the kids are making a lot of noise.
Looks like it.
Seems like it.
I can hear them screaming. I'm at work, so make them quiet.
They won't be quiet.
It's your job to keep the kids quiet, right? LOL. You're not working, so at least you can do that, right?
My job.
You got a message from the president saying he's looking forward to the first male employee to take maternity leave. That's you, Henry. Boss is counting on you.
Yeah, well... Hey, the kids won't listen to me.
I see.
What should I do?
Well, I wonder what you should do. Figure it out yourself.
What do you always do?
You don't have to ask me. You're capable and talented.
Don't be like that.
You don't have to be capable to raise a child or do housework. Then, there's no reason why you, the brilliant one, can't do it, right? Can you please hurry up and get them quiet?
Hey, at least make me lunch.
I can't. I'm working.
Don't say that.
I've already bought some stuff, so just go for it.
I can't cook.
Really? You're so talented, but you can't cook?
I've never done it before, so it's not my fault.
I had never done it when I first got married either, but I cooked.
That's...
If you're so capable, Henry, you can do anything. LOL. I'm sure the boss is counting on you. Sigh.
Hey, work hours are over. Come on out and cook dinner.
I'm working overtime.
You've got to be kidding me.
You worked overtime, right? Why are you so angry just because I'm doing the same thing?
What are you talking about? You're the mother.
Aren't you the father?
That's why I'm working and earning money as a father.
Is that all there is to being a father?
That's the role of a father. You took my job without asking me, and now you're talking to me like a smart ass.
You're right. I took your job away from you. Hey, do you know what this means?
What?
Then, when I start earning money, do you think you'll need to play the role of a father?
Huh? What do you mean?
If I go back to work and I'll be doing the housework and childcare, then I won't need you as the father.
What?
Well, I'm fine with that. It doesn't make any difference whether or not I have a husband who is overbearing. It's not enough he's just incompetent, but he's also verbally abusive and offensive.
No, you know...
I wouldn't mind a divorce if things stay the way as they are, but...
What's with the attitude?
Which one of us is the bossy one? I'm serious.
Oh no, don't say that. Don't say that now. You're kidding, right?
I'm not kidding. I mean, how can you say that? You have no idea how angry I am. I can't be with someone like that.
Wait a minute. Sorry. My bad. I didn't know housework and childcare were so hard.
I guess because of hearing the word divorce, Henry reluctantly completed the housework and childcare for a week. I helped a little too. By spending time with the children, they became much more attached to their father. It seems that Henry has become more aware of his role as a father. We now share the housework and childcare together. I have successfully returned to my job working remotely, and now I have a fulfilling life with childcare, housework, and my job. Come on, what's going on?
Oh, sorry. You don't have to call me so many times.
Of course I do. I hope you didn't forget what day it is today. What are you doing? Hurry up and come to the church. Did you oversleep?
Oh, yeah, it's the wedding day. Sorry, I can't go.
Huh?
So, can you cancel it?
What the hell? There's no way I can do that with 500 people in attendance. You've got to be kidding me.
I hate it when you lose your temper like that. To be honest, I don't like that kind of woman.
Just come on, hurry up. Where are you?
Right now, it doesn't matter where. It's none of your business anymore.
Huh? What do you mean? What's going on?
I can't stop thinking about Kimberlyn.
Who? Who is she?
Unlike you, she's the daughter of a wealthy family. Her skin is soft, white. I get excited just thinking about her.
Are you having an affair?
Unlike you, she's really talented. She's so much better than you with all your flaws. I've decided to marry Kimberly.
Are you out of your mind?
She's saying that she's fine with it.
What are you going to do about our wedding?
So just cancel it. So that's that then.
Oh, wait a minute. What should I do? The wedding.
Yoo-hoo! Long time no see.
Huh? Who is it?
What are you talking about, you shy girl? It's your Prince Charming on a white horse. How could you forget your ex-fiancé?
I remember, you son of a bitch. What have you been doing for 5 years?
What? I was married to Kimberly. I guess we had a happy married life.
Oh, yeah. What do you want now?
I got divorced because of various reasons.
Looks like karma caught up, huh?
Don't be so cold.
Who was she? Your wife?
Oh, Kimberly? She was a junior in college.
Junior in college?
Her father is a legendary businessman who was very successful in the local city. From middle school, she received special education for her exceptional talents and studied at a school in the city. And during her elementary school years, she was raised abroad, so she is a returnee from abroad.
She's a world apart from you, isn't she? I'm amazed that a girl like that would be your fling.
Don't say that.
So what? Why did you break up with her? I mean, how long had you been together?
We started dating more than a year before the wedding. She would say, "I'm so naive, so teach me a lot of things." And she begged me to teach her things. And while I was teaching her things, we crossed a line one night.
Huh?
Where I grew up, they say it's normal to marry the first person you have it with. I was told that it's usual.
Then why did you try to marry me instead of breaking up with me right away? And to cancel on the day of the wedding of all days? That's the worst of the worst. If you had broken up with me sooner, it might have been better.
I got into it more than I expected, and it was hard to say no.
Do you have any idea how much trouble you cost me? I mean, it seems your parents had a harder time than me. They lost more than $100,000.
What? Seriously? But if there were 500 people attending, the congratulatory gifts would have been made up for it. Wasn't the cost of the ceremony calculated to be covered by the congratulatory gifts?
There's no way we could receive gifts after the wedding was canceled. Don't be silly.
Oh, yeah.
Your parents were looking for you frantically. They're furious with you, and they're not going to forgive you until you pay for their loss. So, how did you end up divorced?
Someone told Kimberly. She found out that I broke off the engagement and got married to her, and that it's not very popular in the countryside. You're the one who told on her, right? You did this because you were jealous of my relationship with her, didn't you?
Of course it wasn't me. I didn't even know where you went after that. I still don't know where you are. If I had known, I would have gone directly to you instead of going through all that trouble.
So it wasn't you. It's not my day. Who is it then? The one who messed things up?
You had it coming, didn't you? So what do you want from me?
I used to work for Kimberly's father's company. He fired me too. I'm in a fix, so let's start over, me and you. You still love me, right?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Anyway, I was going to go home to my parents, but they weren't there. My parents...
Of course they weren't. After that, they sold that house and used their retirement money and had to clean up your mess.
Oh, I see.
Don't you ever come near me again, and don't you ever say that you love me or anything creepy like that again.
What are you mad at me for? You were on TV, weren't you? I heard you got a big promotion.
Oh, you mean that show?
So I'll become a full-time house husband or something. Let's live together. These days, it's normal for husbands to take care of the home. I'll give up my pride as a man and become a house husband for you.
Absolutely not.
Let's have our first hot night in a long time. We had a bad breakup, but you might be surprised how much it burns when you see me.
Okay, where are you?
I'm at the Madison Hotel.
I'm busy. How about in 3 hours?
3 hours? I guess I don't have a choice. Hey, what's going on? That's not what we talked about.
What's wrong?
My parents showed up out of the blue in front of the hotel.
Your parents asked me to let them know if I heard from you. That's why I waited and didn't block them.
What a dirty trick!
I never said anything about me going, and it's your fault for making the mistake of thinking I was going. Let me tell you one last thing. I've already remarried and have children, so this will be the last time that I will talk to you.
What?
I'll tell you one thing more. Your parents, they got a job for you. It's a company run by a karate teacher named Master Mark.
Master Mark? Are you kidding me? Don't you know how hard I was beaten up in elementary school? You don't know?
That's great. You should have had your crooked guts kicked out of you.
Damn you guys! I won't forget this.
See you later. Now I can finally block you. Jacob was picked up by his parents when he came out of the hotel and brought back home. To repay the cancellation fee for the wedding, which was over $100,000, he had to work 16 hours a day at a company run by Master Mark. And not only at the company, but also because Jacob was single, he had to take care of Master Mark and his family and had no free time at all except for sleeping. He seemed to be working like a machine to pay off his debts. Therefore, Jacob was never able to go out with anyone. He has reached middle age as it is. Naturally, I no longer see him. I am now living a fulfilling life, both at work and in my private life. Hey, Molly, when are you planning to come back? The chores are piling up without you here. Your mom's been unwell and just stays in bed all day. Can you come back soon and help clean up the house? Sorry for the trouble, Elena. I won't be able to come back for a while as I'm abroad for work. Geez, you're still overseas? Must be nice to travel when it's not even summer vacation time. Instead of leaving your family behind and gallivanting around, why don't you come back home already? I've already explained this several times. I'm not on vacation. I'm on a business trip. It's work, so it's not like I can make up my own schedule. Don't lie to me. I heard from Flynn that you're only a high school grad. Yeah, that's true. I doubt that someone at the bottom of the academic ladder like you is going on an overseas business trip. The bottom? Flynn's successful and graduated from a top-notch university. I wonder why there's a huge difference, even though you guys are siblings. Yeah, he always aced school. I was more towards the lower end. But grades aren't everything, you know. I don't care what you think of me. There are many people, whether high school grads or not, excelling in society. It's not fair to judge solely based on education. You're so naive. No matter what you say, those with higher education get preferential treatment in society. They get better salaries too. You should at least have a college degree. I see. You also have a degree, right? But you've never worked and have been a homemaker. So I question if education is really that necessary. How dare you? Are you trying to belittle homemakers? It's a respectable job, you know. That's definitely not my intention. I'm just saying it's wrong to look down on people based on education. Huh! Acting all high and mighty just because you have a job with only a high school diploma? Anyway, we're doing you a favor by letting you stay here. So it'd be nice if you could at least help with cleaning the house. Vacuuming is a pain, especially with so many rooms. That's my family home, so I'm not exactly freeloading there. You and Flynn moved in later, remember? Isn't it normal for the eldest son and his wife to live in the family home? Technically, as a single daughter, you should have moved out. Why should I have to leave my own house? Your house? Living here like a parasite and having the nerve to talk back? No, I work and contribute financially, so I'm not a parasite. Ugh, you're so irritating. It's parasitic to be single and still live at home. Whatever. Whether it's work or whatever, just wrap it up and hurry back. You've missed out on chores, so you'll have to do a lot when you get back.
Hey, I heard from Elena. You've been dissing her, right?
Huh? What are you talking about all of a sudden?
Quit playing dumb. She just called me all mad. You acted condescendingly for someone with a low education. Saying stuff like housewives are useless to society and college degrees are pointless. It sounded like you belittled her big time.
No way. I didn't say any of that. She's twisting my words significantly. I mean, she's the one who's been disrespecting me from the start.
It's so troublesome when she gets upset, you know. I end up taking the heat because of you. Please, stop picking fights with her.
I don't remember doing such a thing.
By the way, you'll be back by tomorrow, right?
Huh? What's wrong with you two? I'm on a business trip, so there's no way.
Quit lying. You're just pretending to be on a business trip while having a good time.
That's not true.
Elena's been struggling to take care of Mom and doing household chores all alone. Just come back already.
I explained this to her earlier, but I can't come back home for a while. She's a homemaker and not working, so she should be able to handle the house, right? Besides, Mom's just a little disabled, but can manage most things herself. She's not that dependent.
Are you trying to rebel against me?
What the?
I'm the eldest son, you know.
You've always been obsessed with that. Seriously? Why are you clinging to outdated values? Being the eldest doesn't make you superior nowadays. Mom and Dad never gave you special treatment, right?
Compared to you, with your low education and no marriage, I'm definitely the superior one. Just be grateful you get to live in this house.
Geez, you've been saying the same things as Elena. What's wrong with living in my family home? You guys rolled in there later, remember? Plus, when you guys got married, you were dead set against living with our parents. You said Elena wouldn't like it, and yet you just suddenly moved in without any heads up. You know, it was such a hassle getting everything ready for you guys.
There's no point in talking about that now. Our old apartment was falling apart from age, and the owner forced us to move out.
Then you could have easily found a new place. Elena didn't want to live together, right?
Things happened suddenly, and I had no choice but to come back here.
Uh-huh. I didn't know an eviction notice would come out so abruptly.
That was quite a surprise for me too.
Anyway, living with us was just until you found another place, right? So why are you acting like you're in charge?
That's because I'm the eldest son. Now that Dad's gone, it's me who's supposed to inherit this house.
Inherit? But you made a promise and can't stay there forever, you know?
Ha! Like I'm gonna listen to you. I got the chance to live here again. Why would I go through the hassle of renting a cramped apartment now? This house is gonna be mine.
Yeah, right. It's not going to be yours. You have to leave just as you agreed upon.
Stop making a fuss. If you're adamant about not coming back soon, I'll just kick you out forcibly.
What do you mean?
That's a surprise for after you're kicked out.
Hold on. What are you planning to do?
I'm planning some harsh punishment for my arrogant sister. Remember that.
Hi, Molly. You're still abroad, right? Yeah, I should be back in about a week. I hate to ask, but can you take care of things at home a little longer? You know what? You don't need to come back. But you were asking me to hurry back the other day. What's going on? I have big news. Ready? I threw away all your stuff. Excuse me? You lie about being on a business trip and push housework on me. You're nothing but a nuisance. So after talking to Flynn, we decided to kick you out. You won't have a place or belongings when you come back. Find somewhere else to live when you return. Wait, did you just enter my room without permission? Of course! Why wouldn't I? Since Flynn is the head of this house, I, as his wife, have every right to enter rooms. He's not the head. Besides, I locked my room. We broke that. We got rid of everything. The bed, dresser, even everything in the closet. Oh. It's a shame, by the way. About what? Being a high school grad means being poor, huh? I thought about selling stuff to a recycling place if it looked promising. But all your furniture was in shambles, and your clothes were cheap and worn out. Not a single branded item. Everything looked like trash, so I threw it all away. Unbelievable. You tried to sell off my personal belongings. But thank you, Elena. Huh? I didn't even need to ask, and you just did it for me. If I knew, I wouldn't have locked the door. It must have been a hassle breaking it. What are you saying? Now I don't have to come back. Great. What do you mean? You mentioned my belongings were like trash, but they actually were. Everything left in my room was planned to be thrown away later. So, nothing was necessary? Right. I've already moved everything else to a storage unit. For what? Because I'm moving. You're moving? Yeah, but then I suddenly got a business trip, so I was contemplating when to clean up the room. There's still some procedures left and Mom to consider, so I have to return at some point. But because you threw everything away, I won't have to rush back. Thanks a lot. What the heck? You made me do extra work. You were planning to move? Why didn't you say it earlier? Wait, I've mentioned it several times before. You guys are prepared too, right? Why would we? I've explained before that you can only live there for a limited time. Didn't you listen? Hold on. What do you mean? That house is a rental, and the lease is ending soon. A rental? Didn't you know? It's a rented property. I thought your parents bought it. But since you've lived here for so long, you could just renew the lease, right? Nope, it's not possible. There's a new tenant lined up. We need to clear out everything in the house before the move-out date. Wait, don't just rush things. This house was rented by your late father, right? You don't have the right to terminate the lease. Since he passed away, I've transferred the lease under my name. I'm the current leaseholder. So we won't be able to live there soon. You guys need to start preparing to move. Oh my God. What about your mom? Will she leave too? Of course. She's aware and has been packing her stuff in her room. Come to think of it, her room seems to be getting quite organized lately. It's just you and Flynn taking it easy. Please make sure to sort out your stuff before the move-out date. Hold on. This is all too sudden. I can't keep up. I did mention before that we couldn't stay there for long. But I didn't know we'd really have to move out. Hey, is it possible to cancel the termination? Nope. Oh, darn it. Well then, I gotta go back to work now.
Molly, are you serious about not renewing the lease?
Oh, you already heard from Elena, huh?
What have you done without consulting me?
The decision was made before you moved in. Besides, the lease is under my name, so I have the right to handle the procedures.
Darn it. What was Dad thinking? Disregarding me and making you the leaseholder?
When he passed away, you were living elsewhere, so obviously it came to me. I did mention the lease was ending soon, and we could only reside for a little while when you guys moved in.
You didn't say you were canceling the lease?
I didn't think it was necessary. You said yourself that you'd only stay for a month at most, and leave once you found a new place.
I never imagined you'd proceed with the termination. It's our family home, and I intend to keep living here.
I'm speechless. But the next tenant is already set. You guys need to move out soon.
Hold on. Where are you going after you move out?
I've signed a lease for a new apartment.
And what about Mom? Are you planning to abandon her?
Of course not. I found an accessible apartment near my workplace, so we're moving there.
I see. Then we'll move in with you guys.
What? Find your own place.
Unfortunately, that's not possible.
Why not?
We don't have the money.
What the heck?
Actually, the reason we were asked to vacate the previous apartment wasn't due to the building's aging. We couldn't afford the rent.
Well, I suspected something fishy. Your apartment looked quite nice, and the aging excuse sounded shady. But you have a good job at a big company and are earning a good income. How could you fail to pay the rent?
I kinda got stuck in a situation. The rent was just too high for me to afford.
Then why didn't you find a more affordable place from the start? There were plenty of options like moving to a cheaper place, right?
Elena thought that marrying me, a top university graduate, working for a big company would mean living a high life in a luxury apartment. I couldn't betray her expectations right after our marriage.
Ah, I see. You were trying to show the bright side to your wife and ended up pushing beyond your means.
But even though it's a big company, I'm still just a regular employee, so I don't get that much salary. Honestly, the bosses have no clue, not giving enough recognition to someone as talented as me.
Oh, really?
Even in such a situation, Elena keeps asking for new handbags, wanting to travel and stuff. Now, my savings are totally gone. I've maxed out my credit cards and am in debt too.
Wow, you're in debt?
She used my card to shop like crazy. Well, I did buy some things too, like watches and shoes.
Sounds like both of you are quite into showing off.
So, if you're moving, we'll move in with you. I'll start packing right away. Just tell me where the new place is.
No way.
Why not?
It's the apartment rented for Mom and me. It'll be cramped with you guys around.
Come on, deal with it. You're so cocky for someone with a low education. Well, you got lucky and promoted by chance. I know you're getting more salary than me. We're family, so you should help out your struggling brother and his wife.
No, it's your own fault for slacking off due to your pride in your education.
How dare you say that?
Sure, you went to a good university and landed a great job. But then, you just slacked off and didn't take work seriously, right? Even if you graduate from a top university, you won't get recognized without showing results. It's obvious that you can't get promoted or a raise, isn't it? I may only have a diploma, but I worked hard and even got qualifications. I'm entrusted to go on overseas business trips now. You belittled me and tried to kick me out of the house before, but now you want to rely on me just because we're family?
Then lend me money.
What?
I'll rent an apartment. Give me the money for moving.
Why do I have to do that?
There's no one else I can rely on, so you'll have to help me. Dad's gone, and Mom's only income is her pension. You're single and financially stable. You can easily manage such a small amount as to rent an apartment, right?
Why not ask Elena to work then?
Don't be ridiculous. She's never worked since graduating from college.
Even if she can't find a full-time job, she could work part-time, right?
As if I could tell her to go and work now. That's embarrassing.
You're still putting on airs at a time like this? Your debt is because of her selfishness. Of course she has to work.
Please, I'll apologize for everything we've done so far. Just help us out. Let us stay in your apartment for a little while, okay?
I'm tired of hearing that request.
We'll leave as soon as we find a new place.
I'm tired of hearing that too.
Molly, please.
Figure something out on your own.
Wait. Molly, don't abandon us.
Flynn and Elena had no money to rent even a rundown apartment and ended up pleading to stay with her family. However, due to her selfish nature, she had a history of not getting along with her parents. They were soon kicked out of the house and ended up sleeping in the park. To make ends meet, she finally started working, but having only been a housewife, she struggled to adapt to a work environment. She constantly upset her bosses and was never able to keep a job. They're still repaying debts and living a financially strained life on just Flynn's salary now. Meanwhile, I moved into a new apartment near my workplace with my mom, enjoying a peaceful life. Work has been going well, and I'm about to be promoted to department manager. Perhaps being free from the stress of Flynn and Elena, my mother's health has improved lately. She's helping me out a lot with housework. Now that I've saved up some money, I plan to take her on an overseas trip rather than going on a business trip.
Hello, Bruce. I have something important to tell you. Can we talk?
Miss Victoria, I was so worried about Trisha. Since she cancelled our date, I haven't heard back from her. Trisha went to the hospital, right? How is she doing?
They told me she had cancer and only had a year to live.
What? No way, are you serious? Trisha is only 24 years old.
It's true. I wish we would have found it earlier. I never thought she'd get cancer. She didn't get a checkup for cancer screening before. By the time we found it, it was too late.
What? I don't know what's going on. She was fine just a little while ago.
I'm sorry for messaging you like this so suddenly. Trisha asked me to tell you.
I don't know what to say. I can't think about anything right now.
I couldn't believe it when I heard it either. I kept asking my doctor if there was some mistake, but it was real.
Trisha has cancer and only has a year to live.
I knew I had to tell you, her fiancé, as soon as possible, but I was busy going back and forth between the hospital and home. I couldn't get my mind right, so I couldn't contact you right away. I'm sorry it took me so long to get back to you.
Hold on. I don't know what to do.
I know it's confusing to hear this suddenly.
Do you know what caused it?
We don't know the cause. She doesn't smoke or drink. She has always said her health came first, and she was very careful about her diet. She seemed to enjoy her work. She didn't seem stressed out. And we don't have a family history of cancer, so I guess you could say it was bad luck.
I see.
So, I have a favor to ask you, Bruce.
Sorry. I have to take care of something now. I have to go.
Wait, listen to me just a little longer. Trisha needs you.
I can't see Trisha when she's like this. I can't do it right now, even if you ask me to stay by her side.
It's not like that. I understand how you feel. I won't ask you to see her. I just want you to talk to Trisha just once. She says there's something she really wants to tell you, so can you call her?
No, I really don't have time. I can't even talk to her.
Please, just once is all I need. Trisha is too worn out to send messages, so let me call you just once.
I told you, I really can't do this right now.
Sorry, Bruce.
Trisha, hold on.
I really wanted to meet you and apologize properly, but I'm not feeling well.
I see. Like I told your mom, I can't come to you.
I know, it's too much for you. Thanks for everything. The 2 years I spent with Bruce were a lot of fun.
No, Trisha, don't say something like that. It's too early to give up.
I've only got a year to live. It can't be helped. There's no hope for a cure. We have to cherish the life we have left and live one day at a time.
Trisha, I'm kind of busy. Can I go now?
Okay. I'm sorry to call you when you're busy. You don't have to come to the hospital, but it would be nice to talk once in a while.
I don't know if that's possible.
Bruce?
I think we're done here. I'm hanging up. Please don't call me like that.
I'm sorry. Trisha has been worried about you for a long time, and she said she really wanted to talk to you.
I'm sorry, but I'm calling off the engagement.
What? You won't see her anymore?
I can't see her now, so please let Trisha know. Miss Victoria, please stay away from me too.
What? Looks like there's no point in holding you back. Okay, I understand. My name is Trisha. I'm 24 years old. My parents divorced when I was very young and my mother raised me by herself. I've been sick for a while, so I went to the hospital for a checkup and found out that I have cancer. I was told that I'm at a stage where there's nothing the doctor can do, and I had only 1 year to live. I had been getting annual checkups, but I had never had a cancer screening. I never thought I would get cancer at such a young age. I have been dating my fiancé Bruce for 2 years now. He just recently proposed to me. We had just written out our registration and were about to submit it. It's really depressing and I feel like crying and screaming, but I've decided to keep my emotions to myself and not share them with anyone. Whether or not I can marry Bruce doesn't matter to me. I just want him to be with me until the end of my life. I understand that it's difficult for him to be with a fiancé who has been given a limited time to live. Still, I hope to spend the remainder of my life with him, at the very least. Hey, I just saw you with a woman at the hospital. Who was that woman?
What?
You told me to stay away from you, so I didn't talk to you, but I think I've seen that woman somewhere before.
Is this the hospital where Trisha is staying? I didn't know.
So, who the hell is that woman? Why were you in the hospital?
She's my ex-girlfriend.
Ex-girlfriend?
Yes, we got back together just the other day. She just got off work. I was just picking her up.
What? Oh my god, she's a doctor here at the hospital. That's why she looked so familiar. Are you in a relationship already?
Kinda, yeah.
Seriously? Well, you've already called off your engagement to Trisha. I guess no one has the right to interfere with your love life.
Trisha didn't see me with her, did she?
Don't worry about that. Trisha is too worn out to leave the hospital room right now because she can't move.
Really? I don't want to make things awkward, so please keep it a secret, Miss Victoria.
Fine. I don't want to hurt Trisha, so I'll keep quiet.
Well, I have an important appointment with her, so if you'll excuse me.
Okay, I understand that you have your own life.
I know Trisha's going through a tough time, and I disappointed you. I'm sorry I'm such a jerk.
I wish you could have been there for Trisha, but it can't be helped.
I'm sorry.
But I hope when things settle down, I'd like you to visit Trisha once in a while. I feel like just seeing your face, it might extend her life a little.
I'm sorry, but I can't promise anything.
Well, I guess there's nothing more to say.
I'm sorry, I'm really busy. Excuse me.
Bruce, what's going on? Explain it to me so I can understand.
What?
The doctor you said was your girlfriend came to Trisha's room out of the blue. She's not her doctor, so what's going on?
I didn't hear anything.
Trisha said she came to check on her. She was so surprised that I wasn't there. I don't understand what's going on.
Maybe she thought no one was here. Did she say anything?
She said she just came to check on Trisha's condition. How often do doctors suddenly examine a patient they're not in charge of? On top of that, she came here assuming that I wasn't there. Sneaking around like that is suspicious.
I'm sorry, I'm not a doctor and I don't know what's going on. I can't say anything unless I ask her.
That woman, maybe she did something strange to Trisha, like giving her some kind of weird medicine or...
No, she wouldn't do anything like that. She's a good doctor. I think she went to see her in person, to find out if there was a more effective way to treat her.
That's unnecessary. We don't want any treatment.
What?
Because it's already too late for Trisha, isn't it?
Are you sure she doesn't want to get treatment?
There's nothing we can do. Trisha knows she can't be saved. That's why she doesn't want any unnecessary treatment, and I feel the same way as Trisha.
I see.
And I can't allow your girlfriend to come to her hospital room. I'm sure she thought it was a good thing that Trisha, your ex-fiancé, has only a year to live. I'm sure she just came to see her for the fun of it. I bet she's proud of herself for getting back together with you now.
No, she's not that mean. She works there, so I guess I can't blame her for coming in and out of your hospital room.
Trisha got sick and even broke off her engagement, and you still want her to suffer more?
Trisha doesn't have to suffer. Trisha doesn't know about her, right? So there's nothing to worry about.
But Trisha might find out sooner or later. Your girlfriend might tell you that she's dating you. Don't let her near Trisha again. Let her live out the rest of her life in peace instead of giving her a hard time.
I'm not working at the hospital, so I can't help you there.
Then at least tell her to stay away from us.
We're moving Trisha to a new hospital right now.
What?
I found it. I found a great doctor who might be able to treat Trisha's cancer. I've talked to her doctor and we've already decided where we're going to transfer her.
What are you talking about? I told you we are not going to treat her.
But I just couldn't give up. I was looking for a doctor who could help Trisha.
Leave Trisha alone. You have a new girlfriend, don't you?
Actually, she's not my ex-girlfriend or anything. She's just a childhood friend. When you caught me with her at the hospital, you had the authority over Trisha. So I quickly lied and said she was my ex-girlfriend.
What? Why?
If you found out that I'm looking for a doctor who can treat Trisha, I'm sure you would reject me or stop me. It would be unnatural for me, an outsider, to be talking to a doctor at a hospital like that. But if I told you that it was my ex-girlfriend, I'm sure you will understand.
What?
So my childhood friend was secretly consulting with Trisha's doctor on my behalf. But there are some things that only family can get into.
You're right. You can't make decisions on your own. Besides, you broke off your engagement with Trisha.
That's why I decided not to break off the engagement. I registered my marriage with Trisha.
What?
I have to be her spouse to receive all the information. Right now, I'm the one who has the authority over Trisha's treatment.
What are you doing? Trisha never said she was married to you. It's strange that I wasn't informed of the marriage.
I'm sorry that I had to inform you now, but you were against Trisha's treatment. If our marriage is annulled or something, even if I found a great doctor, it would be difficult to transfer Trisha to a different hospital.
So your childhood friend's doctor came to see Trisha.
I apologize for making you feel uneasy, and for not being truthful about it. I really wanted to save Trisha. I have to transfer Trisha to a different hospital. I'm so stupid, it's the only thing I could think of. I'm sorry for being so selfish.
You're such a...
When you told me that Trisha had only a year to live, I wanted to hurry up and call my childhood friend doctor.
So that's why you said you were busy.
That's right. We can't waste even a second. I hear that cancer progresses faster in young people.
That's why you've been working so hard. I don't know anything and I've said a lot of terrible things about you. I'm so sorry.
No, it was my fault for doing things on my own. It's natural to be misunderstood. Anyway, Miss Victoria, we'll arrange for an ambulance to take Trisha to the hospital, and she'll be admitted immediately upon arrival.
Will Trisha survive?
She said there's still a way to save her. Let's hope.
Bruce, thank you.
I'm sorry for not telling you the truth. By the way, is Trisha available to answer the phone? I'd like to talk to her if possible.
I don't think she can type, so I'll just call you on the phone. Hello?
Trisha, we are going to transfer to a hospital with a great cancer doctor.
What? Transferring to a hospital?
I found it. He's a great doctor who has helped many patients suffering from the same cancer as you. I had my childhood friend doctor look for him and finally found him.
Bruce, you don't have to do that. I have a year to live, remember? It doesn't make sense to transfer me to a hospital now.
No, even with the same symptoms, different doctors see things differently. That great doctor said it's too early to give up. Bring her in right away. He said the sooner the better, so come with me.
Sorry, Bruce. I'm glad you feel that way, but I don't want to be transferred. I don't want to bother you.
You are not bothering me. I'll do anything to save you. I'd even give my life to you.
Your feelings are all I need. Thank you. Bruce, go live your life without me. When I'm gone, I want you to forget about me and be happy.
Without you, I can't be happy. My life is intertwined with you, Trisha.
What?
I don't know if your mother told you, but I've already submitted the marriage registration.
No way. When did this happen?
Before we found out about cancer, we signed it together and had it ready, didn't we? I just submitted it as we planned.
I thought you had already thrown it away a long time ago.
You are my wife, Trisha. I will protect you for the rest of my life.
Bruce, what should I say?
Trisha, please don't give up. Live with me. Let me do everything I can for you.
But there's a strong possibility that I won't live long, you know? Even if I get better, I don't know when it will get worse again.
I don't care. I want to be with you. I want you to live with me. I'm sorry I lied to you. I'm sorry I made you sad. I couldn't see you because I was afraid I'd cry if I saw your face. I'm a bad guy, aren't I? I didn't tell you because I thought I'd disappoint you if I couldn't find a doctor who could help you.
Bruce, thank you.
I heard everything. Thank you, Bruce. I'm sorry I doubted you. No, I just couldn't give up like that. I'm sorry for being so selfish. If I hadn't found a doctor who would help Trisha, I don't know what would happen to me. I couldn't imagine my life without Trisha. I'm such a weak man.
That's not true. She won't find anyone who would go to such lengths for her.
But because I lied, I made Trisha and her mother feel bad, even if only for a moment. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. I'm grateful that my daughter found a wonderful person like you.
Thank you, Miss Victoria. I'll ride in the ambulance with you and stay with Trisha.
What? But I have to go with her.
I'll take care of it. Have you been having trouble sleeping since Trisha was admitted? I'll pick her up later.
But...
If you get sick, she will be worried. Don't worry about me. You can count on me from now on.
You're right, Bruce.
I will be honest when I'm having a hard time too. You may think I'm a weak person, but I will do my best. Let's not suppress our painful feelings. Let's share them together.
Thank you. I've been in pain for a long time. I can't tell anyone, and I can't show my crying face to Trisha either.
I know it's hard for you. Me too. But we are starting to see hope. I've arrived at the hospital, so I'm going to the hospital room now.
And so I was transferred by ambulance, accompanied by Bruce, to the hospital where there was a famous cancer doctor. But I had less than a year to live, so the hardest part of my treatment began.
What the hell was for breakfast today? You've got to be kidding me.
I'm sorry, wasn't it good? I tried my best to make it.
No, it was so delicious, it was shocking. I appreciate you cooking for me every day.
Oh God, you scared me. I mean, aren't you at work right now? Are you not busy at work?
I'm on a train on the way to the client's office. I just wanted to thank you. Anyway, are you sure you're okay getting up so early to make breakfast for me? Take it easy, babe. If you're sleepy, you should go to sleep.
Thank you for being such a caring husband, babe. I'll be fine. I'm resting time to time.
That's good. The day after tomorrow is the wedding, so get some rest and get yourself ready.
I know.
Don't get too excited and hurt yourself. You're so clumsy and tend to fall easily.
That's right, I need to calm down. But Mom is more excited than me. She can't sleep because she's so excited to see me in my wedding dress.
You and your mother are just alike in that way.
Don't say that. Oh, I'm so happy. But 3 years ago, I was told that I had 1 year to live. I never thought I'd have a wedding day. I thought wearing a wedding dress would be just a dream.
I won't let it end as a dream. I'm glad I get to stand next to Trisha in her wedding dress.
Thank you, Bruce. Don't cry at the wedding, okay?
I won't. Trisha, please stay by my side forever. I can't wait for tomorrow.
On the day of the wedding, the sky was clear and cloudless. In front of my mother, relatives, and friends, Bruce and I pledged our eternal love. Bruce and I had always said that we would never cry. But as soon as the wedding ceremony started, he cried a lot. He cried throughout the ceremony, and the people who attended couldn't help but cry along. It was a tearful wedding, but everyone was smiling and congratulating us despite their tears. I will never forget this day for the rest of my life. When I was told 3 years ago that I had only 1 year to live, I had completely given up on the idea of living. But thanks to Bruce, who helped me find a good doctor and transferred me to a different hospital, I'm still living a healthy life. However, I am still going to the hospital and I can't say that I'm cured completely. I don't know how much longer I can live, but I will cherish each and every day and will spend my time with the happiness of being able to be with my loved one.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.